Alright, if you're watching this video, then you should have already picked at least 5 stocks that you're going to purchase. You're not going to purchase any more, but it might be a good idea to have a couple of extra options in case you decide to choose a different one. If you haven't already watched the video and picked at least 5 stocks, go back and watch it now for picking the correct stocks. I've already picked my 5, and now I'm going to go ahead and begin the next step. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up BoxSync. We're going to open up CEO Challenge and open up our student workbook. It's important to always have this workbook open. Now, because we've already opened it to page 124, it's automatically opening there. If yours isn't on page 124, go ahead and make sure you get there now, because you are going to need to look through all of these formulas. You'll follow along with the video, but before you raise your hand and say, I don't know what to put here, you're going to make sure you read the step-by-step instructions and know what to put in each formula and in each cell. So I've got this open and I'm on page 124, and the next thing it asks me to do after picking out the stocks is to open the template for stock template from CEO folder. So let's go ahead and open it. BoxSync, CEO Challenge, Student Templates, and we are in Unit 3, and we're going to open up the Stocks template. Now the first thing we're going to do as soon as we open this up, I'm going to move it over here to page overview. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to File, Save As, and we need to make sure we save this in the correct spot. Open up BoxSync folder, make sure you're under CEO Challenge, Student Work, and you are going to save this with your number, your name, and stocks. Once you've saved it, then you'll just hit File, Save As from here on out. And I know some of you have already experienced crashing of computers, so it's very important to save and save often. Alright, now that I have my 5 stocks, I'm going to go ahead and enter the names of those stocks in here now. So let's go to my notes. If you've handwritten them, you can write them in from there. But I'm going to go ahead and write the name of the stock. So Nike, Target, I'm just going to put Coke, Johnson & Johnson, and remember, if it's ever too big, you can just widen out. And finally, Yahoo. Alright, go ahead and put today's date. Whatever today's date is for you, make sure you put the date in. And then I'm just going to go ahead and copy that date and put it in all of these sections. So I've got the date. Now I'm not going to pick the number of shares yet. I'm going to open up Safari because I kind of want to look at what I have option-wise for my shares. So let's go ahead and put the prices in. Remember, you're going to open up Yahoo. We're going to go to the Finance tab. And once we're in the Finance tab, it's very easy for us to look up stocks. So let's look up Nike. Now what I want you to do, you'll notice that this number fluctuates a lot. Every few seconds you'll see that number either going up or down. That's real time, the price of this stock is changing. So what I want you to do is we are going to use the opening price. The opening price every day is what we're going to use as our marker of how much it sold for. So you'll notice that this actually opened at a higher price than it's trading for now. At the beginning of the day, this was selling at $124.50. Now it's only selling at $121. But we're going to go ahead and use this price, so $124.50, and we are going to put that under beginning price, $124.50. And I'm going to do that for each of my 5 companies. Opening price, $78.99. Opening price $190.12. Opening price $90.70. And finally, Yahoo. Now remember, you should have your own companies, you're not using mine. Alright, so now it's time for us to figure out the total number of shares we're going to pick for each. One way for us to do this, and we have to realize how much money we have to invest total. And we have a total of $10,000 to spend. So I like to make formulas before I input numbers, so we're going to go and do our first formula. So you'll notice, after we've inserted all the company names and adjusted the widths, we are going to enter the formula D5 times, this little mark right here, it means times or multiplied E5. So equals D5 times E5. So if I go here and I find F equals, I'm just going to put the equal sign, D5, I'm going to click on D5, and then I'm going to hold down the shift button and push 8 because that gives me the multiply symbol, and then I click here, and once I have my formula the way I like it, I'm going to hit enter, and then now I have a formula. I'm going to drag this formula down, and if you notice, if you grab your mouse right on that little square, you'll see your cursor change, and just pull it down. Make sure you don't move it over, just pull it straight down. You just want it to go right here, let go, and now that formula is in all of these places. So now we can start playing with numbers. We want our total investment to be no more than $10,000. So let's just go ahead and put 100 for each and see what that gets us price-wise. Alright, now let's go ahead and make this equal to this, shift, and then the plus sign is right above the equal, plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this. Now you'll notice that $51,000 is much higher than we have. We only have $10,000 to invest, so we need to lower all of these numbers. So let's go ahead and make them all 10. Oh, I don't even have to need to bring Yahoo down to see that we're already at 7,746. So I have a little bit of room to go. I want to get this as close to 10,000. So let me add a few here to Coke. Oh, so we're getting closer. And you're just going to have to play with this until you get really close to 10,000. Oh, I'm getting close. Let's add a few here onto Target. 16. Oh, we're almost there. We just need a little bit less than 100, so let's add one more to Johnson & Johnson. Ooh, that puts us just over, so I'm going to take one of my Yahoo off. And that's pretty close. I don't think I'm going to be able to get much closer to 10,000 than I am right here. So now that we've got this set up, we are not going to put anything in here until after the very end of our project. But what you will be doing is you're going to update all of your stocks every single day. Now I'm going to go ahead and save this because you never know what's going to happen. So make sure you save, you got all of your formulas, and under each stock tab on the bottom you'll see there's a place for you to put the name of your stock. So my first stock is Nike. So I'm going to click stock 1. And I'm going to change this name to Nike. Then I'm going to put today's date. I'm going to put the total price, and this is the price of the stock, so it's 124, and I can always check this is the price you're going to be putting in every day. So whatever number it is, and it says the opening for that day, so it's 124.50. And this first one, up or down, is going to be blank because nothing has happened here. The next thing, this is where I want you to really pay attention. It walks us through step by step inside of our workbook. So if you get confused during my talking about it on the video, you can go ahead and look it up on the workbook. But for right now, you're going to click on this cell. It's going to be equal, which means this cell is going to be equal to this cell minus the cell above it. Now, I know this says that it's minus 124.50, but that's just, ignore this for now because this is showing you what it would cost or what it went down. And if you notice, this brackets means that it's gone down if this was 0. So let's just pretend, I'm going to go ahead and put 929. I'm going to pretend that I already know tomorrow's number is going to be 126.50. Now this is, I'm just making it up, you're not going to do this, but I just want to show you how this works. It's going to show you that you've gone up $2. Now you're going to take this, just like you did last time with the formula, you're going to click right on the little formula thing, you're going to pull it all the way down, give yourself quite a few, because these are going to be what you put in every day. So every day you're going to put in your new number, 930. And let's pretend it went down to 123 and no change. And this is, again, I'm just making this up. You're going to put in every day, the first thing you do in class, you're going to open this up and put in your new numbers, but it would show you that you went down $3.50. So it's showing you how much you're going up and down from the previous day. The other thing that we can do is create a separate folder which will show us the number compared to this. So I'll show you how to do that on an advanced video. I think it'll kind of give you a little bit better of a clue, not just how much it's gone up and down for the day, but how much you've been up and down total from this number. You can always just do the math, but it's kind of nice to know. Now this is for Nike. Once you click on this right here, the very bottom tab, you can hit enter. Oh, sorry. You can control click on it and then rename. So I'm going to name this Nike. That way I know when I'm looking at my overview, if I want to see the Nike tab, I just click on Nike. Now you're going to do this for all 5 of your stocks. So my second stock is Target. So I'm going to rename this to Target. I'm going to put in today's date. I'm going to put in the price that I purchased it at, which was $78.99. This stays blank, and this is going to be equal to the cell next to it, so B4 minus B3. And then once you have that first one made, you'll go ahead and drag this down. And we don't know yet what anything's going to be here. Remember that this was just all guess. I just made all this up. So once I know, I can actually put in the real numbers there. And let's just go ahead and delete these one at a time. And now I've got this one ready to go. So I'm going to name it Target, and I'm set up. Now you're going to do that for the remaining 3 stocks for you, and every single day you're going to update here, and at the very end we're going to update all of these numbers and we're going to know how much we've gone up or down.